on YouTube, Southern Charm Wreaths. I ask them all the time what they're interested in seeing from us, and they said that they're interested in a bike wheel wreath, and so that's what I'm going to do today is a bike wheel wreath. Let's see. There we go. Let me mute that a little bit more. I'm ready for the weekend. Okay. Got my hot coffee. It is cold today in South Carolina. Where are y'all from? Where are y'all from? I love how our little videos are seen all over the world. And I'm in South Carolina of the United States. And here it's still winter. It's freezing outside. Typically it's not that cold, but it's cold. We don't have any snow, so I want snow, but I don't want snow. You know what I mean? We never see it, so I want it. But when we get it, we're like, okay, when's it going to melt? That's kind of how we are here in South Carolina. And then I'm ready for the weekend. I've been working all day, working on training for my business group, teaching them how to identify their ideal customer profile. So helping them, figure out ways to sell better to their ideal customers. So that's what we worked on all day today. And when you've just been sitting around at a desk, you're like, I'm ready to create. So that's what we're going to do. All right, let me get to it. I need to put this out of the way so I don't spill it. I'll put it here. So if you're new to the page, welcome. I'm Julie Siomacco, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. We're going to be making a bike wreath. Have you seen them? They're all the rage on Pinterest. When I asked my YouTube channel what project do they want me to do next, they all said bike wreath, a bike wreath, a bike wreath. And so this is what we're going to be working on, a bike wreath. So I'm excited to do that. Hey, Ludi and Lisa, how are y'all? Valerie, Washington State, Florida in the house. Deborah from Florida as well. Hello from Manhattan, New York. Right, here is our bike wheel. This is specially made for wreath making. There's a couple of companies that sell these. They sell out super fast. If you ever see a company that sells it, just know by the next day it'll be gone. So grab it while you can. But these are specifically made to design florals. They're not actual bike wheels. They were never holding a greasy chain or anything like that. But if you can't get your hands on one of these bike wheels, you can use any bike wheel. You can use any bike wheel rim. You can use a bike wheel that still has the tube on it if that's what you like. You can use, they come in different colors too. They have a red, white, pink, and I've seen a rust, which I love. And this is more of the, like the galvanized silver. This one measures 16 inches. Now there are some that are 18 and some I think that are 24. But I like the smaller ones because that's what I ship, in my shop. It's just easier for shipping. So that's what I've been doing, using this 16-inch one. Did I say 16? Yeah. So you can get these. Okay, so I got this one from Greenery Market during my Wreath retreat last year. I got this one from Greenery Market, but I know I've seen them at Trendy Tree, and I've also seen them at Deco Exchange, and I've seen them at the Wreath shop, who's getting hammered with snow, I hear. And y'all help me out. Help out all you guys. Help each other out on where you source your wreath, your bike wheel wreaths, okay? All right, so here is our wreath. I don't make too many of these. Don't y'all love it when I just come on here and wing it? Okay, I'm putting something under my mat so that I don't get hot glue on my mat. It is kind of hard to get hot glue off of here. I've got my little piece of foam. This is a styrofoam, measures 4 inches long, 4 inches by 2 inches by 1 inch. 4 by 2 by 1. 4 by 2 by 1. All right, so I've cut my little piece of foam. And I'm going to just find a place on here. I'm looking for spokes that are pretty close together. Sometimes you have the spokes that are pretty far, and then right beside it you'll see spokes that are really close. Let me move my wreath out of the way. Y'all, look what we did in our Wreath Making of the Month Club group. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. The colors, very spring. And here's the back. We made it on a grapevine wreath, all from hand. So it just turned out super pretty. I taught my Wreath of the Month Club group how to make this one. I'm going to be donating this one. So I made it extra. And this is, the foam is actually left over from the arrangement, the summer arrangement that we made in the group. I like how pretty this turned out too, the festive colors for summer. So that's the foam is left over from that arrangement. So that's what the size of the foam is, 4 2 by 1. 4 by 2 by 1. And if you're interested in our Wreath of the Month Club group, we're currently on waiting lists right now. So you could go to learntowreath.com to learn more and then get on the waiting list, because we will open the group up next month. I'm excited and nervous at the same time, but it'll be fun. All right, once you have your, let me angle this down. I know y'all are going to want to see a little bit more. Once you have your piece of foam and you find the spokes that are closer together, I'm just going to take my foam and I'm going to push it down. I don't think the dry foam would work on here, you know, that's made for Kim. Thank you, girl, for sharing this video. Oh my gosh, you are just amazing. Y'all, thank y'all for those who share. It just makes my day. It's like a virtual hug. Helps everybody find my little wreath business. That is, oh my gosh, you just like give me a virtual hug. I'm happy about it. Thank you so much. Thanks for all who are sprinkling and sharing the video. Okay, we push down. Now, I was going to say, if you use dry foam, I got sidetracked. The dry foam is going to be a little brittle. So I don't know if this method would work with dry foam. I've never used dry foam. I only use the styrofoam for this, okay? So I'm pushing the styrofoam sort of close to the edge of this rim, and then I'm pressing down. You don't want to press down too much to where this pops off, okay? Then don't move your frame, okay? Because you want to remember which two frame spokes you're going to adhere to. And then if you turn it over, I need to do it a little bit harder because I want to be able to see a mark there. Do you see how it sinks in to the foam? I'm going to turn that back over, pull it off, and now I can see my little marks. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and over here in my glue pan, so this is my little electric skillet. It's a fry skillet you use in the kitchen. I just melt regular hot glue in it. I like to use Gorilla Glue. So I'm just going to take my glue and remember which is the top and the bottom. I've almost just forgot about that. All right, so we're going to just put glue in that right there. Turn it back over. Try not to drop it, make a mess. Line up those two spokes and press down. You see that? Okay, now where's my moss? I'm going to cover this up a little bit of moss. while that glue is good and juicy. Just going to hold that right there for a second. Deanna has been binge watching my lives all day. Yay! I'm so glad I found you too, Deanna. Yeah, Gorilla Glue is not for hair. Not for hair. Just the flowers. Just the flowers. Okay, so we have that on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more. Well, we'll do that on the front side. Okay, well, let's do a little bit more. Let me get my floral pens. We're going to use, these are called floral pens. They're U-shaped. You can get them wherever they sell floral supplies, like at Hobby Lobby, places like that. And for those of you who are just tuning in and you're like, where is she started? Where did she get all that stuff? And just ask, and we've got a lot of really fun people here watching that could help you. Thanks, Virginia on YouTube, recommending everybody look at my channel. You can make these too, girl. I got started when making items for my own home. So you can do, I feel like if I can do this, you can do this. I have no floral design, and I don't think you need all that sometimes. I mean, there's a time and place for everything degree-wise, but it just depends on what you want to do with it, I guess. All right, so we sort of mossed up the back, okay? And I'm going to turn this over on the front. It's still a little warm. All right, and I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm going to go through the spoke, and then I am going to zip tie this to this metal, to the edge. I want to pull it as tight as I can. Then we're going to trim that off. Okay, so now I can go ahead and finish mossing a little bit on the front. Jessica ordered 25 pieces of my favorite greenery from Trendy Tree yesterday. Oh my. Well, I'm sure they appreciate that, Jessica. Any place in Texas to get supplies? There is Creators Warehouse that I know of. And then, y'all, I think, isn't Craftex in Texas? Craftex is there. Now, where in Texas? I'm not sure. Just gonna get this wrapped up good. Just want a little bit of this moss, this Spanish moss. I don't know of any craft places in Kentucky. I'm sorry. Where was that? Is there a D's Craft? Wasn't that in Kentucky? There may be that. Y'all, that's why I always just do online. Yeah, okay, Craftex is in Houston. All right, so you see how we have it on here? Here's the back. And my thumb just pulled it all apart. Okay, here we go. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and put this mat back over here. To help keep some of the glue strings. I'm going to use this 2.5 inch wired ribbon. Isn't this pretty? Very springy. I debated about 2-inch or 1.5-inch ribbon. So sometimes I make mine with the 1.5-inch ribbon, but I think I'm just going to use the 2 because I don't think I have any that will coordinate the way I like it. So we're just going to use the 2.5, which is fine. All right, so we're going to do a loop. Let me think. I want the longer loop here, or do I want the longer loop here? All right, let's do a short loop right there. And I'm going to do 12-inch loops. So we're just going to do 1, twist, another 12-inch loop, and then we're going to twist, and another 12-inch loop, and then twist. And here is where I meant to get some thicker wire. We'll see if this works. All right, so you're just going to turn it over like you're going to check your watch, and we're going to add our wire around to secure everything. And then twist. "20 Creative" got their happy mail from Sims. Love it. Hey, Miss Martha. Julie, if I'm not going fast enough for you, you can just watch the replay later. All right, so we can trim this right here. It's about 2 inches. Trim this off. The bolt. The moss is Spanish moss. Deborah. So you can find my favorite online shops, all the places where I shop for most of my supplies on the web, on our Wreath Making 101 course. That's right here. Let's get that on here. I'm just going to attach this in the center. Let's get some glue. So we have our bow. And then I'm going to green up the base just a little bit. Let me find some. I liked this greenery. I thought that was really pretty. And I might use some leftovers that I have over here. This is a button leaf green. Just trim these off. Always a little, you know, a little shape to the green, making it look, you know, real as possible. This is a plastic. I know a lot of people are like, plastic, I don't want plastic. Y'all, plastic is come a long way. Thanks, Virginia. Okay. It's a lot of green. Let's just do maybe one more little piece. We'll cut that as we need it. All right, so I want to do one of these. We'll do this one on the bottom. All right, we're going to do this one up at the top. Let's trim this a little bit more. Who has Valentine plans today or this weekend? Y'all celebrate Valentine's Day? Oh, we got some Aiken people here. I don't want to cover this up. We don't really do that, you know, we don't do Valentine's stuff. We Valentine's all year round. We don't need the date. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. My son flew to Kentucky to be with his Valentine. I thought that was sweet. Hey, Miss Julie Carey, thanks for commenting that. From Louisiana. And then I'm going to do one more. Want a little longer piece. Connie's treating herself to a COVID vaccine for Valentine's. Now, doesn't that sound like a fun plan? Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit. Y'all can make yours the way you like it. I like always, if you follow me for a hot skinny minute, you know that I like to have my bows incorporated into my designs. So I'm just going to put that right here. We've just created an airy green base. Let's see, I don't think that didn't quite hit the foam. Just hit the moss. We need it in the foam. You need to hear that little crunch. Okay. Here we have and you could stop right here, couldn't you? It looks so pretty, just like that. It looks very airy. And now I've got a couple more pieces of these leftover pieces of green. I'm just going to go ahead and use these to add. Y'all know, my Wreath of the Month Club members know why I use more than one green always. Just paying attention. I'm still building up the little green area. Let me trim this little piece off. Just dipping it in my glue. So you want to make sure to glue. Okay, so I've created my crescent shape. We've got greens and a little pretty bow. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is move over to floral. The focal floral will be this beautiful, what are they calling this? Dahlia, a mini dahlia. Ooh, it does look like a little dahlia. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right, now let me think about how I want this to be trimmed. Martha, the Wreath of the Month Club group opens next month. All right, let me find my top. Here is my top. I need to figure out how far I want to trim this. Okay, so we've got our first piece on the top. Let's see if this is going to hold the glue. I think I'm going to have to use a steel pick. That's tricky. It wants to give, but that one worked. Let's see, we're going to put one right here. Let me redo this. You see how it's bending? Because it won't go in. It's not going to hold the It's not going to hold the pressure of it. We got 3 there. Let's do one on this side. Okay, I'm going to do one more stem of these really pretty pink mini dahlias. Who knew that there was such a thing? Let's see how long I want this. Oh, this one even has a little bud. It's got the new growth on it. Hey, Miss Deb. All right, so we're going to move this. I don't know if that went through. It did not. There. And I think one right here. I love the vibrant pink. What is y'all's favorite spring flower? Christina says she loves the dahlias, one of her favorites. Okay. So I've got one more added. I mean, I could add it there. I don't know, I might add it later in the center. These other little leaves we can use on the back side, so I'm going to keep all these to fill in on the back side. And here, let me show you what we have so far. There. Okay, now I have these little lilies that we're going to use. What color would y'all do your bike wheel if you were going to pick a spring arrangement? The flowers are from, I bought those wholesale. All right, let me just try to find a place to put these. Hold on, let me see if that went through the back. No. All right, so we're going to do a little bend. Okay. Here's the bottom. This one may be a little too long. I'll have to trim it if it is. Okay, one more stem. This is a vibrant wreath. If you are a wreath seller, this is a just a good alternative to a wreath. A bicycle wreath makes you think of Anne of Green Gables. That's so sweet, Julie. Okay, this is very thick. I got Mr. Jasper over there. He's sleeping in his little bed. He's my Yorkie. Anybody else a Yorkie fan? Oh my gosh, we have two spoiled, rotten ones. And we love them. We love it every day. We spoil them. Okay, just a couple more pieces. Well, that didn't even take. Let me try that again. Let's try this again. Two, so Lisa's got two. Lori's got two. It is springy, Susie. This is a steel pick machine. We have more information about this on our blog, southerncharmraised.com. It's just as putting a pick on the end, making it easy to, you know, add. Right, so here is the one I want. What are you doing to the end of the flower stems? I'm just putting a steel pick on the end. And then I'm dipping it in glue. You don't need a steel pick machine to get started. Okay. I like it. Isn't that fun? I try not to cover up this spoke or this little knob in the center. You see how I'm almost getting close to it. If I cover that up, people won't know it's a bike wheel. You want people to know that it's a bike wheel, so don't cover that part up. Okay, now I've got a couple things. I've got, ooh, yes, I think I'll do some of that. Or I have this, which is a little yellow, but mainly it's too thick, it's too heavy. Whoops. I want to keep an airiness to this. So we're going to use some of this tassel seed spray in yellow. So Jacqueline is asking about pricing. When you are trying to price for selling, you want to consider your cost. So you want to consider your cost, your time, because you got to pay yourself just like you would, I think, an employee. I think I'm going to move this. I don't like the placement. I want to go behind. And then any expenses, sometimes we have gas or shipping. If you're just starting out, you could do the cost times 3. And that's a good beginner place to start. I want to go back. And let's do this one right here. I love the little textures of this spray. This is really pretty. Let's put a steel pick. How y'all like how it's turning out? I hope this is inspiring you to try your own designs with the bike wheel. That didn't work. I think it's time to oil my machine. It's starting to hang up. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this one. Let's see, do I need a, let's check first. So I love the texture and the color combination is so pretty. The yellow tassel seed looks really pretty with the yellow inside of our lily. And let me hold this up and look at it. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put this little flower right here in the center. Okay, that looks really cute. Let's do a little ribbon on the top to bring some of that texture up here at the top. Hey, thanks, Kristen. We'll do one more. Thank you, Miss Virginia. So as I was saying, these are really popular on Etsy. They're really popular on Pinterest. There, we've got just a little bit of ribbon coming through the back over here. And then let me see if I can fix this. All right, I think we're done. Let me show you what we have. Isn't that pretty? Turned out really pretty. I love the colors. You can see that it's a bike wheel. it's not covered up. Very light and airy, full of texture. Yes, ma'am. I love that look. Here's the back. I hope you guys try this. Hope I inspired you to do something a little bit differently. Again, if you're not over on YouTube, make sure to go subscribe to me over there. I did the poll over there. People were interested in a bike wheel wreath. So here you go, just for you. Let me know how I can help you and serve you. Let me know what kind of tutorials you're interested in for the next time. This will be uploaded to our blog soon. Yeah, there's a lot of movement. Definitely this will blow in the wind. It's just really, really airy. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, a blessed Valentine's Day. Say hey to your Valentine for me, and I'll be back next time. Remember to like and share this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel next time so you'll be notified the next time we go live. Go to southerncharmwreaths.com for more tutorials. southerncharmwreaths.com. You can just do a quick search for bow making, flower arrangement, whatever you're interested in. Okay, thanks again for joining me so much, and have a blessed weekend, and I will see y'all next time.